Hey guys, what's up? It's John from Segments here. Welcome to the second episode of Ecom Data Cooler Talk, where we talk about important topics in e-commerce and data next to my water cooler. Okay, so the topic today is customer segmentation, and in particular, RFM. So what is RFM? RFM is a data modeling method used to describe how valuable each customer is. It stands for recency, frequency, and monetary, with just nothing more than just three metrics to describe what your customers did. Recency is the amount of time, usually measured in days, between when your customers last ordered to today. Frequency is the total number of orders they have placed in their lifetime, and monetary is just an average amount of money they spent on those orders. So RFM started in the days of direct marketing and remains one of the simplest and most effective tools in e-commerce and retail today. So how does it work? So to create an RFM, you have to take your customers' data and assign numerical values to each of them from high to low. So here's an example with just three values of high, medium, and low. Right? You take your customers' order data, total number of orders, in a column, and you sort it from A to Z, and you assign a score of 3 to those customers with 0 orders, and then you assign a value of 2 for customers with 1 order, and then you assign a value of 1 for those customers with 2 or more orders or repeat purchasers. And there you have it, that's your frequency metric. So you repeat the same process for recency with order dates, and then monetary with those amounts spent. And in the end, you'll end up with 3 values that describe how valuable each customer is, and that gives you your RFM metric. So why does RFM matter? Well, RFM helps you sort and arrange your customers from best to worst, and is highly effective in describing customer behavior. So for example, with RFM, you can create your MVP segment, which scores high on all 3 pillars, or your high spend new customers, which has high values for recency and monetary, and low value for frequency, having just recently purchased. Or maybe on the other end of the spectrum, you have high value churning customers, which has a low score on recency because they have not purchased for a while, and you want to prevent them from churning. All the way to low value customers, which have low value across the board, and it's unlikely that it will be worth anything to you anymore, and it's probably best to just suppress them. So why should I care? We have found that the top 5% of customers on average spend 10 times more than the other customers and represent roughly about 1/3 of your total revenue. These top customers have higher average order value, they buy more, they stay around longer, and they're more likely to become loyal fans of your brand, which in turn generates word of mouth through social media, getting more referrals, and makes them more valuable in the end. So in short, you want to spend and focus your energy on the best customers, right, and making sure that they're happy, and RFM gives you a simple way to know where to focus on and what to do. So what can RFM do for me? Well, if you haven't already, start using RFM to create those customer segmentation and start optimizing. For example, you can roll out the red carpet for your VIPs, create nurturing series for people most likely to purchase, set up offers and reminders for people who are likely to churn, and create win-back campaigns for those churn high-value customers and through retargeting efforts. So segmentation, really works to help you increase opens and clicks and bring in more marketing dollars. With RFM, you'll be able to create more relevant, contextualized campaigns to different people for different purposes. If you haven't done it already, I strongly suggest to start looking into it. Either put in the work yourself to create the segments, or find apps like Segments to help you achieve this, or hire partners to have it set up. In fact, one of my customers told me that through RFM, she was able to find 20% more high-value customers in her annual planning that she wouldn't have thought of otherwise. So, in summary, RFM stands for recency, frequency, and monetary, with recency being the most important. Why? Because online shopping is a non-contractual commercial act, right? People are free to come and go as they please, and so you're only sure that someone is quote-unquote alive and interested in your brand in your store with a recent purchase, and that's why it's the most important. So start sorting your customers from best to worst, and start building those RFM segments into your marketing activity and start optimizing. Don't forget, data is power, and we want to give e-commerce data powers back to the people. So join us and start growing with your data today.